Hello everyone, this is Guillaume Bernard of AGISANTÉ and SinscrirealOrdre.fr. Thank you for being on our channel. Today we are going to speak about the required level of French to register yourself with the French or the Belgian Chamber of Doctors or Medical Council. So, what do these bodies tell as regards French level? Basically, in France at least, it's really a crucial point to be successful in your registration with the French Medical Council, but also the Belgian Medical Council actually. There is no certificate paper or examination at first which will be needed, but you'll have to speak at a sufficient level to ensure, as they say, a good communication with your patients. As the French Medical Council is stating on black and white on paper, they say that basically the candidate has to provide tous éléments de nature à établir que vous possédez une connaissance suffisante de la langue française, which in English I will summarize as all pieces of evidence which can prove that you master French at a sufficient level. So, so I would say that you need to reach B2 level or ideally C1. This is what they want. You can provide a paper maybe from an Alliance Française or a French institute that you may have, like the DELF or the DALF. It's a good thing. But anyway, your level of French will be judged based on an interview with a representative of the local medical council where you would like to get registered. You will have an interview with one person, two persons, or maybe three persons, representative of this medical council, and they will judge themselves whether you have the sufficient level to get registered, besides of course when all of the other papers, certificates that you are provided are compliant with their requirements and expectations. So it's a very important thing to be prepared, and I can tell you that so if no paper is needed, no exam is needed. However, in case of doubt, they might organize a specific test examination. I've seen it in some very rare cases, but they might be able to organize this, and they have a procedure for that. So try to reach B2 and ideally C1, which is the fluent level of language, and take individual courses with a teacher specialized in French as a foreign language, as we say, français langue étrangère, or FLE. You can. I also recommend that you try to get this book, which is called Le Français des Médecins. I don't know if everyone can see that well. It's published by the Presse Universitaire de Grenoble. You can buy it through Amazon, and we will provide you the link to access to order it easily. It's a mere investment of about 20-25 euros, and they are about. It's a very well-made book with simulations of consultations, and there is, for this, also included in the book, at the very end you can see there is a DVD with all the 40 scenes and simulations of consultations. So this is a very important thing. So you can buy this book, that's a very good step, and take private tuitions, of course. If you want, you can also ask us. We have a teacher who is working with us, partnering with us for many years, called Stefan, and we can put you in contact with this person. Write us to info@agisanté.com. The address will appear. Also in the link in the description of this video, and get in touch with us, and we will be able to provide you the contact details of Stefan, for example. You have to know also that for the candidates that are in process of being recruited with our clients, if needed, we can provide a module of up to 32 hours for free, I mean, for you as a candidate, before you start your job in France. So again, try, if you don't have this level yet, if you are at A1, A2 or B1, you must reach B2. I can only advise that. C1 ideally. And if you are not sure about your level, or if you haven't at least reached B2, so intermediate or upper intermediate communication level, then don't try before, and rather try or postpone to a later date your registration with the medical council. Because what can happen, and I've seen it in some cases, is that your papers are okay, you are invited to an interview, and actually when you are at the interview, then you fail, and then they tell you, okay, please come back in 2-3 months or more when you feel ready to have this conversation in French. And they are quite rightfully telling you this, because it's very important that the communication with patients is at the best level as it can be. The patients in France, in some locations, they are really now used, and they accept easily the fact that they have to deal with a non-French or non-Belgian doctor. However, they will judge at first the doctor on the language level. And if they know that the communication can happen easily, then they will not be scared to talk to you and to be treated by you as a patient. So this is a really essential point. And you need to have a good, maybe you can do some mistakes, because French language is not easy at all, but it takes a long time to master it. But what matters more is that you are not shy to speak it, and that you have a good fluency. This is very important, and that the communication can go through. The written French is also important, because you have to write reports or prescriptions and compte rendu, as we say, and there maybe you should train as well in written French. So get prepared. If needed, go to live or to spend some time in France or Belgium or another French-speaking country before you have this this interview with a representative of the medical council. In some départements in France where maybe they need a bit more doctors, maybe they will be a bit more tolerant. This can happen, but don't count on it. They are strict on this, and they want you to have a good communication with your patients in order to avoid communication problems and therefore medical mistakes with the patients. In the past, there have been fatal mistakes that have been done. I know about one case in Germany, another one in the UK, where there was a non-British doctor, in Germany a non-German doctor, and this is why they want to avoid these kind of situations. You need to really put your energy into mastering the language very, very, very much to have a good image and to be successful later in your job. So this is what we can advise you. If you have any questions, please write to us, and we will try to answer your questions as soon as possible. You can also get the link to the book Le Français des Médecins here in the description again. And keep in touch with us. Don't forget to watch our next videos. Thank you for your attention and see you soon.